Welcome to Green and Woke on YouTube. We hope you enjoyed this segment. The link to the entire podcast can be found in the description box.
He snapped his fingers, put his arms around my neck. It felt so good that I could tell I would regret, but oh, didn't know that he was cold. He looked at me and sent those shivers down my spine. He put his spell on me that I cannot deny, but oh no, wish I knew that he was cold. But in the flash
This is Kimberly Ryans, your host of Green and Woke, and we have a really talented musical guest on the show today. Her name is Nitro Nitra. Hi, Nitra. How are you today?
Hi, I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm great. We're so happy to have you on the show. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, well, I am a soul rock artist from the great state of Delaware, that is around the Philadelphia area.
Great.
And I've been singing since I was a kid, singing and dancing, and I have always known that entertaining was the life for me.
Right. Oh, it just came natural to you, huh?
Absolutely.
That's the best way. The best way. Mm-hmm.
And then as you get older, you get distracted and then off course.
Oh.
So I was on this journey and traveled around, and then in 2018 I said, you know what? Enough is enough. It's time for me to live the life of my dreams.
Oh.
And I had a series of mystical experiences happen to me that quickly got me on the right path.
Oh, great. Wow. That's amazing how that happens, right?
Absolutely.
You just always end up where you need to be, wherever the journey is. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. It is a journey for sure. So now where we are today is I am a contestant on the American Song Contest on NBC now.
Oh, that is so fantastic. Oh, I will definitely be watching and cheering you on. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Even if you aren't from Delaware, you don't know anything about it, guess what? Vote for Delaware.
Okay. Great.
Vote for me.
Definitely. Oh, that's amazing. So, who do you say some of your musical influences are?
Musical influences, definitely Tina Turner, Betty Davis,
Wow.
Annie Lennox,
Okay.
Led Zeppelin, Janis Joplin, just to name a few, right?
Wow.
All of them. Definitely, they have been some type of influence in some type of way. And as far as musical icons, I love Jay-Z and Beyonce because they are perfect examples of what can be achieved on this plane. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So absolutely love them, but me being a soul rock artist, see, I am a soulful singer by nature, but I have to rock out and misbehave, you know?
Okay. I know.
And
Definitely.
I heard Tina Turner and Chuck Berry say it best. They said, rock and roll is freedom. And that's why I absolutely love it, because it's not always pretty, you know?
Okay.
Not always pretty, not always perfect.
Right.
But, it's just free to be who you are.
Right.
You know what I'm
Be
saying?
yourself.
It's just great. But it took me a while to actually get there, because people want to mold you into being who they think that you should be, singing R&B or just doing the norm. And I can remember being at a gig years ago. It was in Florida, and my vocal coach and we were doing the gig, and I'm singing all jazz songs, right? Because I'm programmed at the time to just do what everybody else is doing, you know?
Oh, wow.
So I'm singing these jazz songs. So the band that came on after me, so after my set, I sat in the audience, and the band that came on after me, the guy's like, you did great. I'm like, thank you. So they go on stage, right? It's a band, and they started rocking out, and I'm telling you, girl, my blood.
The light came on.
That is what I'm supposed to be doing. I could just feel my inside saying, yo, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Oh, wow.
You're not supposed to just be sitting there singing all nice and pretty. Like electricity moving through my body.
Talk about a great awakening, right?
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
because
awesome.
Like, I've been in this mental prison for like over 15 years. So now that I'm out, it's like, oh man.
Wow.
The like monster has awakened. So, I'm just really grateful. I'm just gonna stay in the present moment and just continue to thrive,
Oh, that's great. Thank you for sharing that with us. That is so inspirational. Yeah. For those people who are like, they feel that they're in the box and they're really not being themselves. And, that's just a great inspirational story. So they can say, I'm not happy where I am right now and I can't make a change. So thank you. That's awesome.
That's what it's all about. Like really evaluating your life, looking at it, and then my motto that I had to take on so that I can create space in my life was, is this a weight or is this a feather as it pertains to everything in my life? So I walked away from everything that I loved at the time because it was a weight,
Oh,
and
wow.
I couldn't take it with me, So you really have to look at your life and then say, is this a weight or is this a feather? And no one or nothing can be your excuse to not be happy.
That is so true. That is so true.
So that's a great way to even start to create space, because you have to say, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be. And then you have to not dream of it, but dream from it. Ooh. And you have to claim it like, this is what I am now. And then you have to cut everything out of your life that does not align with that truth.
Do you know how powerful that is? Oh my goodness. Oh, I felt that. She said cut everything out that does not align. Oh my goodness.
No. Really, because we are just constantly giving our energy. That's why it's called pay attention, right? Because you're paying with your attention to it, right? Goodness. So you're feeding all this energy into stuff that really doesn't even matter.
That is so true. Oh my goodness.
It doesn't matter. Because I have realized, you know what? I have to leave this relationship because we've been having the same argument for 15 years.
Around and around and around. Yes.
Argument. You know what I mean? Like on the same loop.
Oh, that is so empowering. I mean, and this is, Women's Month, and it's just so great. Oh, wow. You dropped some gems here today. Let me tell you, that is so inspirational. Thank you. And look, that's so much beyond even the music aspect of this interview. It's like, what? That's a surprise. Thank you.
It always goes beyond me, girl, because I've done so much work on myself. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's just a part of the whole journey.
Right. Well, thank you for dropping that information. That's awesome. So this was changing gears a little bit here. We are green and woke. So what are your green beliefs? What do you do to try to help save this planet?
So I am an avid recycler for sure.
Oh, awesome.
I'm a vegan.
Oh, so, great. Yes.
Like that right there has been a process within itself. And that has also been a part of my awakening as well.
Great.
Because when I was, if you would have asked me years ago if I would have ever stopped eating crabs and lobster, I would have looked at you like, what?
There's no way, right?
I mean, seafood, girl, but a part of my awakening was, listen, like I had cut out all the meat, that was a process, and then cut all of that out. And then I was still eating seafood, and then one day I went to go eat my shrimp pho that I used to always eat.
Really?
And I'm like sitting there eating it, and then something just came over me because I guess I had awakened to another level, and I looked at the shrimp, and I just felt like, no, I don't want to eat it. I don't want to eat it.
Wow, there you go with your awakenings. Oh my God, you on your spiritual journey. That is so amazing.
So yeah, I don't eat anything with a heartbeat, you know.
Oh, that is amazing. All plant-based.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's great.
And then even now though, like I have found, because I used to be able to eat even like the Impossible or the Beyond, but now I can't even eat that now.
Really? You know? Oh wow.
Yeah, because it's like layers to it, right? So the body is just like healing and like cleansing, and then so the more that it does that on a regular basis, then it'll tell you like, nah, we don't want anything processed. You know?
Oh wow, that's deep. Yeah.
Plant based, because even if it's plant based, doesn't necessarily mean healthy.
That's true. That is so true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily mean healthy. So the healthier that I eat, then the more that I am finding that my body just really doesn't want anything fake.
Oh.
You know, it just doesn't.
That is amazing. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Definitely. Okay.
But I'm sure that I can do even more. So if you want to give me some tips and some pointers on how I can have a better green footprint, you please let me know.
Okay. Definitely. Yeah. Oh wow.
Mother Earth, love her dearly.
Yes, that's why we do these shows, and our parent company is Build a Better Planet, because we have just done so much damage to this world, this planet that we live on. And where else are we going? Okay, we don't have anywhere else to go. We have to think about the future. So thank you for sharing.
Absolutely. Everything is alive.
That's it,
including Earth. Mm-hmm. And she feels all of it.
Everything. Yes.
All of it,
definitely. So. Gosh. Okay. So, what upcoming projects do you have? What new albums?
So right now it's just focused on this show right now, which is called the American Song Contest, which I need everybody to vote. So let me plug that again.
Okay.
So like right now that's just the focus, and then after the show, I'm gonna get with my band, and then we're going to go ahead and do some more tours because it's festival season. So festival that'll be coming up in the summer. So right now though, it's off on the show, so we can go ahead and rip it out of the ballpark, you know?
Awesome. That's great. So where can we find out more information about you, buy your music, your website, all of that, if you want to drop all of that?
Yes, absolutely. So my website is www.nitronitra.com. You can find me on Instagram. It's Nitro Nitra.
Okay.
And you can find me on Facebook, Nitro Nitra.
Okay.
And you can find me on TikTok, Nitro Nitra 1111.
Amazing. Now, while I have you, give me some insight on this name, because it is so interesting. If you could share just a bit.
Yo, I forgot to tell you too. YouTube. I created a visual album. I would love for you guys to go to my YouTube and subscribe. And of course, it's under Nitro Nitra. So my real name is Nitra.
Okay.
And so my slogan ever since I was a kid was, my name's Nitra, like nitro, but an A on the end.
Oh.
That's what I was going to be called.
Awesome. You spoke that into existence. That is awesome.
Zumba, and my Zumba name was Nitro Girl, because this is a lot of energy.
Oh, yes. And your music totally conveys that. When I watch your videos, I'm like, wow. You can't sit still. Yes. It's amazing. Well,
so it's like, Nitro in it,
okay. Nitro on Nitro. That's it. Okay. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that with us as well. But this has been a great interview. I certainly enjoyed speaking with you. And
thanks for having me.
And I'm sure you're
so much.
no problem. I'm sure you're a friend of the show now, so you can stop by anytime and share what you have coming out. And
I absolutely will. Now, where are you going to be Monday night at 8 o'clock? What are you going to be watching?
Okay. Well, American Song Contest. That's right. I'm in there.
Song contest. I'm gonna need that vote.
Okay. We're going to get it out there. And we're going to remind on our Facebook and everything, too. So, yeah.
Yes, Monday night, 8 o'clock. Stay tuned.
Yes. Well, we are so happy you got, because you're so busy, and I'm so glad you were able to stop by today and speak with us.
Yeah. It's so fun. I love you and your energy, girl.
Thank you, and the same with you. We really enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Okay.
All right.
You.
Bye.
Look in the mirror and tell me what you say. Broken to pieces, staring back at me. Whispers in the distance, but my glare is caught in shame. Dismantling the program as I lay and cradle my pain. For this moment in time, I find it hard to think of anyone else but you. For this changing of seasons, I finally found the signs of my moon. You interrupted my world, interrupted my interrupted my world, interrupted my world. Had to stop taking scars when you don't know what you thought you knew anymore. No answers or questions about it. You see, when you try to run but can't stop it. For this moment in time, I find it hard to think of anyone else but you. For this changing of seasons, I seem so familiar. Time stands still when you're near. So close the door of affliction and let me remind you are here. I'll climb a million mountains, I'll rage against the seas, I'll wake up on your left side of pain so you can be free. Shoot down all your enemies and all your bad dreams. All this I do in the name of love, for you to remember me, 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 me. For you to remember me, 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 me. Remember me, remember me, remember me, remember me, remember me. Same, we have the same reflection, like two puzzle pieces compromised. Let all your burdens go. It's hard, this I know. See, I've waited and waited 1,000 lifetimes only to see you go. I'll climb a million mountains, I'll rage against the seas, I'll wake up on your left side of range just so you can be free. Oh, remember me, remember me, remember me. Oh, wake up and wake up and remember me, remember me, remember me, remember me. Oh, remember me.
Well, that's a wrap. Thank you for joining us. Tune in next month for an all-new episode of Green and Woke. And remember to keep it simple, keep it constant, keep it green, and together we can build a better planet. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Green and Woke. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel for great new content.